Straight from the swamps of southern Louisiana, Straight from the swamps of straight from the swamps of southern Louisiana, Straight from the swamps of southern Louisiana. Let's get it.
Man, hey, all we need is Wayne on that intro, dude.
I'm telling you.
From the swamps of southern Louisiana. I wonder what he charged. Probably 50 G's.
Ask him what he's doing for the night of the Super Bowl. Like, he ain't got nothing else to do.
That is true. I forgot about that. You think they should have got him on there?
I think so, but
I know he felt a certain type of way about it, huh?
Yeah, he was not
Isn't
happy.
it Jay-Z?
Kendrick Lamar, I think.
Kendrick Lamar. Yeah, Jay-Z might have been canceled.
Oh.
He's been implemented. I don't know. Have you seen the accusations coming out on that, Kristen?
The only thing I saw was when Beyonce and the daughter and him were on some carpet, and everybody was like, imagine being his daughter when he's getting accused of stuff, but I don't really know what's going on with it.
You didn't see that they got him in a lawsuit of RAP, E, a 13-year-old. He's being
I didn't see that.
Diddy now, which they say he got he had a lawsuit, I want to say, I don't know, years ago, and now I'd have to read up on it. I forget the exact details, but they're saying he's being brought back up and his name is now being thrown back in it, and he's part of the lawsuit now.
Yup.
His shit's running deep, dude.
God,
he looks like a weirdo anyway, so.
They all are, man.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised.
Jay-Z, Diddy, you name it. They're all fuck. I was trying to find the article to give the actual facts on it, but anyway, I'm seeing remember a while back, Justin, where that sheriff came in there and shot that what was it, the judge he shot?
It was the judge in the judge's office.
Yeah.
What?
Let's see, let me share the article. Yeah, you don't remember seeing that, Kristen?
No. Like a cop?
Yeah, he was. I'll show you. He walked in, and the judge is sitting. If you can see that picture right there, the judge is sitting right there with his hand raised, while the dude, you see the firearm in the dude's arm. In the hand. Yeah. Well, he walked in there and he shot him, like killed him right there on the spot. And everybody was like, what the hell was going on? They thought it had something to do with the sheriff's daughter and this judge. Well, now when you start reading this, it's saying that he was running his courthouse like a brothel, basically like a damn whorehouse. So I don't know what this judge was doing, but apparently it had something to do with this sheriff's daughter. And when he found out, he took matters into his own hands. And
he did.
Period.
Did what he did.
But look at the judge. What do you expect?
Right.
The police audio recording revealed the latest sword twist in the trial. Let's see, who admitted to pumping several rounds into to Judge Kevin Mullins.
Show the fuck
claims made by Sabrina Atkins, a woman who in 2022 had been coerced into sexual favors. All right, so yeah, this judge was just basically like the rest of these people that have these power trips, man. It's crazy. So trying to see how his daughter, though.
Where is this at?
That was in Kentucky. Yeah, Kentucky. But there's the dude. Yeah, he looks like he would, he looks like he'd use his power to get some because he ain't getting to know us.
He's been to a Diddy party or two for sure.
He put on his own, apparently, in the courthouse. Damn, it was just a sheriff. Wow. Yeah, that's him. Damn. I was trying to see. They must have been close for 30 years. The pair even seen having lunch together hours before the slaying. After he surrendered to officers, they're trying to kidnap my wife and kid, is what he was quoted as saying.
Yeah.
So I don't know. The first story I got, wasn't it, Justin, that he went through his phone or he saw something on the judge's phone or some shit?
He grabbed the judge's phone and dialed his daughter's number. The sheriff dialed the sheriff's daughter's number in the judge's phone, and her number came up as a contact in his phone, apparently.
Oh, and so, but he knew something was going on with this.
Yeah,
once he
that's
saw
what it seemed like.
Yeah.
It seemed like he knew something was going on, and that was like the proving point. Like, you have zero reason to have my daughter's number saved in your phone. So
Oh, so they were friends.
Who's that?
The
The
judge and the sheriff.
Yeah, that's what they were saying. They were close. They were friends.
Oh no.
He knew. I guess he found out something was going on with this judge, and whatever kind of bullshit he was pulling over there with this sexual shit. And then he found out that his daughter was a contact on the judge's phone, and he was basically like, "What the fuck would my daughter be on your phone for?" So I guess he thought the worst, and at least that's the story we know. I mean, I don't know exactly what's going on because the facts haven't all come out, but that's kind of what I'm gathering just from skimming through articles, which is all I ever do. So,
yep,
That's crazy.
who's got time to really read articles,
right.
I want to. That reminds me, Josh. I'll show you the fucking Did you see that video of the Subaru dealership where the dude he pissed off the dude and he can't? Well, I'll show you because apparently y'all ain't seen it. Let me show you. Let's see. I'll play it. Now, story goes, the man that purchased the Subaru from the dealership early that morning, when he later called to return the car, his request was denied. And this is what I'm like, holy shit.
Whoa! Call the cops! Holy shit!
Can you?
Anybody under the car? No.
Is anybody under the car? Dude, how many times I want to do that at a dealership?
That's awesome.
I want to do that so bad. Yeah. Oh man.
I sent that to Brian because he bought a car from the dealership, whatever. Wasn't working, basically. And I was like, you need to go just drive it through the dealership. If they're not going to take it back, make them take it back.
Oh yeah, he's having issues, isn't he? With he bought a Mustang or something?
Mm-hmm.
And he's nothing but how many miles did that Mustang have on it?
Like 50,000.
Damn, and he's already having that many issues?
He has had it for like a month and a half, and it's probably been to the Ford dealership about 8 times.
Wow. For what?
So at first, like, it was shifting hard, and they did something with the transmission, and then something else, and then something else, and then all of a sudden it like wouldn't start. And so he brought it to him, and they told him he needed a battery. So they did something again. He got it back the next morning, wouldn't start again. So he takes it to a little mechanic over here, like doing stuff out of his backyard, and he figures it out in like 2 hours.
So he did figure it out?
Yeah, he needed spark plugs.
Come on, the dealership couldn't.
Swear to God.
Oh man, yeah, he needs to take it and drive it right through the fucking window, like
Fuck
that.
yeah.
I sent it to him. I said, "This is what you should have done."
Tell him let us film it first for the podcast. He drives it through the window.
We'll go live.
But all right, hot news. Daniel Penny.
Yeah.
Choked your boy out in the subway. Kristen, not sure if you kept up with that story at all, but good verdict, bad verdict. What y'all think?
I think it was a good verdict.
Yeah.
Is that the one who there was a crazy guy and he like shot him or something?
Well, shoot him, but yeah, it was a guy in the subway that was acting, irate, threatening people, and he took matters into his own hand, put him in a chokehold, and he wound up killing them,
Oh,
and,
I mean, he shouldn't be charged.
Well, he was charged, but it was a big court battle, and they just now came back, and they basically, threw out the charges or whatever, or not guilty. So he got off. But what that caused was the leaders in those areas, like the BLM leaders over there, basically calling for, their type of justice.
Yep. That's what I was about to say. I'm waiting on BLM to burn down some cities.
Yeah, they
Please
want to
burn it all the way down.
Well, that's kind of what I think. Whenever they threaten to do that shit, I'm like, do it, please. I love sitting down here watching it.
Right?
I mean, they're just destroying their own fucking cities. But they were basically talking about it. Like handling people like Daniel Penny handled that guy.
Was the guy black?
Well, yeah. I mean, that's the only reason the
So,
story.
but why though? Why would they want to do? He was like hurting
But-
people, huh?
Well, he wasn't hurting people, but he was threatening people's lives, and he was
So
acting
what are
outrageous.
they mad for?
Well, because some people just can't see past race. Like they're like, you know what I mean? And it goes both ways. It could be white person that just no matter what, the white person didn't do wrong. You know what I mean? Some people are just so blinded by the let's pick a tribe and we're going to stay in that
Yeah.
tribe mentality, you know, because I'm with you. It's like if you watch what went on and you listen to the case at all, you realize that, well, not saying a dude deserved to die, but Daniel Penny's actions were warranted. You know, he stepped up. He was the only one on that train that would step up and stop this dude. And
Yeah.
tons of witnesses came forward and said that they were afraid. They were afraid for their life on that train, and they were thankful that somebody stepped up and did something, you know. And then it turned into this because it was a race thing. If it was a white on white or black on black, that you would have never even heard about it. You know what I mean? But the media
Yeah.
can't wait to jump on it. Then you get these activists on board that make a living off of pushing this narrative that, you know, everything is racist. So they jump on it quick. Well, then it just ignites everybody's fires, and they're trying to start a ruckus. It don't look like it's going to happen, you know, because if it was, you figured it would have happened last night because that's when the verdict came out was yesterday. But they wanted it. They wanted it bad. You know, these activists, they want that shit because they make a living off of that, of keeping us at each other's throats, you know. But
Yep.
let's see.
So is TikTok being banned?
I don't think so. I don't think Trump's going to, you know, let it. And I know he had talked about he uses it. He's a fan of it now, and that's probably a big way of why he got the young vote. You know, he finally got on TikTok, and of course, that's where a lot of the young people are. So I think he uses it enough himself to not want it to go anywhere. And he takes a lot of advice from Barron. He said Barron's the one who kind of directed him on these podcasts and where to go because he's a young man. He's 18 years old or whatever. So he knows what's hip in the young crowd. So I think he told, you know, he got to his daddy, like, look, you need to get on TikTok. You know what I mean? And he did. He finally got on it. Of course, he gained millions of followers and he's got a voice on there. So I can't see Trump letting that go. You know, I think they'll work, you know, something out, whatever the fuck they're, you know, arguing about or whatever. They'll work it all out. I don't think it's going anywhere. I hope not, because we're growing on it big time.
Yeah.
So
Well, I was gonna say I don't know what I'm gonna do with my free time.
yeah,
Right.
no shit, huh? Read a book.
That's not fun.
No, it ain't. It ain't. I
I
hear
need
everybody.
like 5 hours to pass in like no time.
5 hours.
Yeah,
for work reasons?
sometimes no, but sometimes I just get on TikTok and I'm like, okay, I only watch a few, and then 3 hours have gone by.
God, man, you don't feel like a fucking bum when you do that.
No, because I work all week.
Nope.
I do, and I'm guilty of it. I'm just saying, I find myself on it, and I'm like, oh Jesus, man, I feel like I'm just wasting so much fucking time. Like, you know, because so I'll make myself get off the damn thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, I don't do
I'm
that.
just like, what else can
It's
I
like,
be doing?
Fuck
Right.
yeah. Hold on a second. Y'all don't wait for me. I'm just checking settings.
Are we canceling McDonald's or
Is that? Well, it depends. What's the reason?
because their manager called the cops on the CEO shooter?
I see everybody. I don't want to. I guess I'll say praising this guy. You know.
Yeah.
on a
Oh,
certain-
everybody's saying he's too hot to convict.
Oh Lord, no, I didn't hear that one. I just
I didn't
heard
hear that either.
because of the person that he, you know, took out. You know, because
Yeah.
he's in charge of one of these evil pharmaceutical companies. You know, so a lot of people are starting to, you know, kind of be on his side there. So
Yep.
Yeah,
Everybody's giving him alibis.
is that what happened? McDonald's, they somebody recognized him.
Yeah, so one of their employees, he went into a McDonald's and the employee working recognized him and called the police. So they showed up and searched him, and he had the gun on him. He had the suppressor on him.
This is the insurance dude, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's what everybody's saying.
Did you see his manifesto?
No.
Apparently, he
Should
had a manifesto. Yeah. Let's see if we can find it.
I was gonna say, did they? I mean, is it released? Is it something I'll be able to find, or is that?
You should. I scrolled it earlier, and
Well, let's see. Let's see. I heard he had one, but I didn't know it was something that you could find. What's his name? Luigi something.
I just put
Oh yeah, there it is.
insurance CEO shooter.
To the feds, I'll keep this short because I do respect what you do for our country. To save you a lengthy investigation, I state plainly that I wasn't working with anyone. Boy, this sounds so Fed written. It sounds like the FBI
That's
wrote
exactly what the feds would say.
I worked all alone. There's no need to investigate. God, this was fairly trivial. Some elementary social engineering, basic CAD. What is that? And a lot of patience. What is this? What is CAD? What is CAD? Am I missing something?
Nope. I don't know.
Okay. Said nope. Spiral notebook at present has some strangling notes and to-do list that Illuminati to okay, my God. My tech is pretty locked down because I work in engineering, so probably not much info there. I do apologize for oh my God, this is written by the fucking feds. It's like, oh look, don't bother looking through my fucking, anything to do with my social media or because I'm pretty tech savvy, so you're not going to
search. You won't find it, so you might as well just close the case now.
So I do apologize, he says, for any strife of traumas, but it had to be done. So he's apologizing ahead of time for putting a bullet in somebody. Frankly, these parasites simply had it coming. Let's see. Excuse me. United is the largest company in the U.S. by market cap, behind only Apple, Google, and Walmart. It has grown and grown, but has our life expectancy? No. The reality is they've simply gotten too powerful, and they continue to abuse our country for immense profit. I get it. All that's true.
Yep.
I do get it. Does it justify walking up behind the CEO and putting some rounds in him?
Well,
probably not, but
in his like, I guess there's a longer version and some more parts to it, and he was talking about how his mother had some sicknesses or some shit when he was younger, and like it started with numbness in the feet and then pain, and he said it just progressed to where it went from pain happening here and there once a month or every other month to basically it got down to a couple times a day she'd be like bedridden with pain and shit. And then so she's going for treatments, and the insurance is like pushing the payments off and denying treatment and denying paying for treatment and shit like that. So he's basically like, I sat and watched my mother suffer for years because of you fucks, because you didn't want to fucking pay for the shit. And he said now he's got some sort of maybe back issues or something like that. He had mentioned that he's having trouble getting it paid for and shit.
I did see something, and it's funny because I guess I was just mentally busy, but I saw something about the back issues and all, and I didn't put two and two together to know what the fuck that had to do with anything. But I get it now. So they're trying to paint this as he was pissed off at the insurance company.
Yeah, is
what they're doing. It just sounds so weird. That whole manifesto just sounds like, first of all, I'm not a Fed and all whatever. Like, I worked alone. Oh, by the way, I'm pretty tech savvy. Don't bother looking for anything. Like,
and the whole thing was kind of written like that, like just super, like, I don't know. He was. I saw he was a valedictorian of his sophomore class or some shit like that.
Ew, he's ugly.
He was up there.
Why are people saying that?
Are they saying he's too hot to convict?
Yeah.
Nah, I don't know. I guess because he's hell, I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying
Is
to.
Is that the manifesto? The whole thing right there, right above here? That up one.
Right here.
Look at that long motherfucker.
Who's reading that? I would have threw that away.
As a law enforcement, like, yeah, we didn't find nothing.
There's nothing there.
I would have threw that away. That's why your ass ain't detected. Like, found a long note, like, oh, fuck this. That's that short one. Damn, yeah. I like I said, I heard he had one, a manifesto. I didn't know it was all that, man.
Yeah,
crazy.
Apparently, he had a video set to come out on YouTube. Like he had one that popped up, and it was like, if you're watching this, I've already been caught. Da 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 da. And it said, be on the lookout for my next video to be coming out. And he scheduled it to come out on YouTube, and it was supposed to come out sometime today. I didn't know if YouTube was going to allow it to fully go through or not, but...
No, they pulled that. Look, this one's with us. Feds hyping themselves up while writing manifesto. I do respect what you do for our country. Like, who the fuck writes that? You know what I mean? Oh my God. Like, that's what you're going to do, knowing you're going to kill somebody. You're going to sit there and, this is what's going through your mind. Let me let them know that I do respect y'all, but like, please. I don't know. The whole fucking story is weird. I don't, if that's even the dude, I know a lot of people saying that first picture they put out, of him in that damn store or whatever, smiling, that the eyebrows didn't match or some shit, apparently
I feel like none of them do, dude. Like none of the this is the person we're looking for, and then who they arrest looks the same. Like none of them.
Kristen, there's your too hot to convict.
Well, that does not look like the guy in that other picture.
No? Let's see. His other one's right.
It's probably
there.
not. It's probably just like just
Google
stock images off Google. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you, because look, that's the. Well, hold on. Yeah, that one there. I mean, it kind of does, but I guess his hair is shorter there.
The one with the blue undershirt with his jacket on. Everybody's saying they got the wrong guy and posting a picture of James Franco next to
I
him.
was just about to say that. He looks like James Franco. Wow. I guess they all look alike, huh? Software engineer. Luigi spent his time on political manifestos instead of writing code and producing. I don't know, man. The whole thing seems strange. But anyway, what else is happening in the news?
Remember how he canceled Planet Fitness a while back?
Yeah, that you never did.
No, I did. Remember? I told him I was moving to Alaska.
Right.
Well, I saw something that says that.
Alaska.
Yeah, because I didn't want to go in. I saw something that said that like the CEO or something donated to to Trump's campaign. Is that true?
Let's Google it. Let's see.
I was gonna say, do I need to go get my membership again?
I just can't imagine that with having them policies of allowing anybody that wants to go in any locker room. I just can't. I can't see it.
Well,
but let's find out.
I did get that info from TikTok.
Oh well, I mean,
Because it was a lady. She was making a video of herself going into Planet Fitness to cancel it, and that's why she said she did that.
CEO of Planet Fitness CEO supports anti-LGBTQ politicians. The CEO of Planet. I don't know. I mean, I'm seeing some articles pull up, but nothing besides like Reddit and nonsense like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not seeing like, anything that's 100% concrete from any kind of source. Let's see.
Guess it was a lie.
No, I mean, it may not have been. I don't see anything. Let's look. Let's see what we can find on here. See, they got this. I mean, you see the articles it pulls up, but it's all like, Out Magazine, which is, I guess, some gay magazine that CEO of Planet Fitness donated to Donald Trump. Let's see where Out Magazine gets their info from. According to disclosures from the Federal Securities and Exchange Commissions, gave $1,200. Like, fuck out of here. 2016 in a second, and so that's in 2016. They're talking about. I don't know. I don't buy that shit. If you're Planet Fitness, what $1,200? Like, I'm Trump. I'm like, what the fuck is this? But, wow. Anyway. Let's see. Justin, what are you searching? I know you're over there looking.
Just newsing it up, dude.
Newsing it up. Now, did you see any more about that old Hawk Tuah? She's been absent from X since that shit happened, dude. It's been since December 4th was the last time she posted anything on X, and she was super active on there. So I don't know if she's like, oh fuck, like what am I gonna do? Like if she
fucked up.
Well, she did, and I don't think she knew what she was doing. You know what I mean? I really don't, but I do believe she fucked up big time. They said, let's see, yeah, because I know we were talking about it last time, but we were kind of, the details of it were a little sketchy. What we were trying to figure out what was going on, but they were saying the team, quote unquote, And insiders have actually been selling their tokens since the launch. A majority have never purchased anything. This is the inside people, the team. They didn't purchase anything. They were selling coins that were given to them. So they were sitting there. They didn't spend a fucking dime on these
100%
coins.
profit.
Exactly. And as soon as that shit got pumped up because all her followers were jumping in and buying this coin, that's when they decided to fucking sell.
Yep.
And I think that's where the issue really came in. Now, like we were saying, is it a legal thing or is it just a fucked up thing to do?
Yeah, because it's like, it's really weird because the coins and whatnot are kind of marketed as like an NFT type deal almost. You know what I mean? So like you're buying a physical thing, but not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, really, they just had like a ton of like sand in their hands, and then they sold each grain to somebody for a little bit more and a little bit more, and just way more than what it was really worth. Now, if somebody's willing to pay for it, then
Yeah, that's kind of been my thought behind it. That if you're willing to buy it, then to me, you're taking that risk that it's going to turn out to be nothing. Now,
yeah,
where it comes in and gets real sketchy is if they're purposely finding ways to pump this coin up by using somebody who has a huge platform like her and then pulling that rug out from under. Now, is there a law against that? I mean, is that some sort of insider trading type shit?
I don't think it would with that though, because I was kind of thinking about it and like with stocks, right? Like, if a company purposely lies about their profits for the quarter to spike their stocks up, and then everybody around that company sells them while it's pumped, and then the real numbers comes out, it's like, okay, that's illegal. You know what I mean? Or, if you know that this publicly traded company is about to release some great fucking numbers for the quarter, and you go and buy your life savings worth of stocks, that's insider trading, that's illegal. But to say, hey guys, this coin is popular, and then the price spikes up, it's like, eh.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of torn on that because I'm with you. I don't know if that falls into being illegal or just I guess it'd be like if I don't know, man. If I create like a new fucking pin, and I'm like, hey, I'm gonna make a million of these, and I'm gonna sell them for a quarter a piece. But I guess that's a bad. I'm trying to think of
But it's the same thing. It's like you go and somebody popular starts pumping up like fucking I don't know, foam or some shit, and you go buy a bunch of overpriced shit from Walmart because this person's got their name attached to it. When you get home with it, it's not worth a fucking penny. I mean, what's the difference?
Yeah, I guess it's if they can prove that they purposely did that. You know what I mean? I guess that makes it different. Like if they can say that they purposely pumped it and then just basically pulled that shit out from under their investors, and it was a thought out plan. I guess it can become a legal issue. I don't know. I don't know. I think you're fucking stupid if you bought it anyway, or if you thought it was going to be anything. It's like, how many of these fucking shit coins do you think are going to do anything? Yep. And now you're buying one from a girl who got famous talking about Tuah. I mean, really?
Yeah, and it's like, who buys the meme coins and shit without like just buying it to see if it does anything? You throw fucking 20, $30 at it, and if it skyrockets, great. If it doesn't, fuck it, I lost $30,
Yeah, but to be buying it like I'm going to invest tens of thousands of dollars into this shit. It's like, come on now. Oh, Lord, what is this news? I don't even know if I want to read this news. Jesus. Hundreds of vials of deadly viruses have gone missing from a laboratory. Here he comes. Is this what's going to stop Trump from taking office?
See, scientists warned they could be weaponized, right? But they found that fucking Chinese biolab in California, completely unregulated, with tons of deadly pathogens in it. And the first thing they came out and said was that these can't be used as bioweapons. There's no indication that bioweapons could be in the plans for this random Chinese fucking biolab because these diseases can't be bioweapons. But these can.
And who said that?
The CDC
Oh, okay.
when the
They said,
biolab was found. Huh?
oh man. Oh, you're talking about when they found the I'm trying to follow it. I was reading this.
You remember, I guess probably about a year ago or so, they found that unregulated biolab in California.
Yes, yes, yes.
And it
Okay, I know
was
what you're talking about. It was
Chinese.
like a raggedy ass fucking like a
Yes.
shed.
And they had like fucking malaria in there and Ebola and shit just kept in like a Walmart freezer, like just a home freezer.
And what did the
And
CDC claim?
well, the CDC claimed that because that was everybody's first thought was like there's this random Chinese biolab, they're gonna make bioweapons. That's what they're trying to do is make bioweapons and attack us. Well, CDC says no, that's not possible. They can't do that. But that's the first claim on that article was that these missing deadly pathogens could be used for bioweapons. So I don't
Yes.
know why they were so quick to claim that lab could have nothing to do with any kind of bioweapons.
Believe shit the CDC says anymore. So
No.
that's one thing. I've lost all faith in that shit. Kristen, what's going on in pop culture? What are the Kardashians up to?
Honestly, I have not watched that in a while.
I don't blame you.
Dang.
I was
don't-
keeping up with the Kardashians, but it's just all the same stuff.
Yeah, it is. That's kind of how the freaking news cycle is right now.
I
I mean-
finished the John Bonet documentary.
Yay. Now,
Yes.
now that you finished it, it's fresh in your mind. Who did it?
Dude, I thought it was going to be Mystery Email Man.
Oh yeah, that weird.
I
And
thought it was going to be him. But
it still may be.
yeah,
Because
but they have DNA.
Right, but the detective was saying that he was fearing that DNA was compromised because they did such a piss poor job.
Oh yeah.
You remember? They did
Yes, because they were allowing everybody in there and
Yes, and they were fucking like the scene was a chaos. You know, they were allowing people to walk around. Fuck, the dad found the body.
yeah, that's
He was allowed to go look around the house again. So that's what they were talking about, is that this stuff needs to be tested again. All of this DNA. I personally believe one of those people that were involved in that documentary is the fucking killer. I don't think it was the parents, and I don't think it was the brother.
I
really
don't think so either.
No, that brother, I mean, what was he, like 8 or 9 years old? And the way that little girl was strangled, you know, with that whatever they called that damn tourniquet thing that
yeah.
that there's no way. There's no way a fucking 8-year-old did that.
No.
You know, now where this fucking creep that was living overseas, the one that was writing all those emails, where he got all this information from, I don't know. Maybe he was picking it from news articles, but what's up, Reed? How you doing? But they claim that he knew things that only the killer would have known. But the DNA exonerated him. You know?
But if it was compromised, I mean,
Yes, Reed. We're talking about she finished watching that documentary, so I was trying to figure out who
I don't know. I
the
kind of
Reed saying the parents did not kill that little girl, man. There's
No way.
There's no way. I just can't
No.
see that. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm torn between the drifter and that freak that was email. And just because, like I said, I know they took DNA from everybody, but man, they really that whole scene was fucked up, you know.
I don't think it's the parents. I definitely don't think it's the dad. I don't think so.
No,
And
like
even
and-
the mom.
yeah, it's like think about it now. I know they've got some crazy people out there that have done some horrendous shit to their children, but when you watch them as parents, like, can you really see one of them putting that
No.
around that girl's neck and then bashing her skull in? Because somebody's,
no.
I mean, I don't get that from them parents. You know what I mean?
I
You know?
liked that guy, the detective who they like tried keeping out of court.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked him. I forgot his name, but
Well, I think that was the one that was more, he was starting to complain about the scene, how
Yeah.
it was trampled on, and that, that they really need to redo all of that.
Hmm.
And I could tell Justin hasn't watched a minute of any.
Yeah. What the
Like, I don't
heck?
know about no
Nope.
Jean Bonnet.
I was watching a different documentary, so
Look, it's a
It's
good one.
just
It's an old case, but I had forgot so many of what went down. Because hell, the
Yeah.
last time we were talking about it on here, I mentioned something about finding her. It's been so long. I was thinking she was still missing.
Oh.
And
Yeah.
then when I saw, I was like, oh yeah, never mind. They did find her. She was dead in the house. And that's when
Yeah.
I was like, God damn, I forget so much. Let's see. My first impulse was the father did it, Reed says. Kristen,
Did you watch the documentary?
go Canada, Reed said. Let's see if Reed watched it.
I just don't think so. Maybe because I don't know, because I hope that parents aren't capable of that, but I just don't.
Some
I
are.
don't think so.
It's 51st state. Yeah, I forgot. Y'all got the Governor Trudeau over there. Look, Reed, she was asking, did you watch the documentary on the Jean Bonnet the new one on Netflix? I don't think he knew you were addressing him, Kristen.
Oh, you got to watch it, and then it'll change your mind about
That's
the
how I
parents.
felt. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how I felt, because I know you had mentioned something, Kristen, a while back about the brother.
Yeah.
And that was before you had watched this.
Mm-hmm.
And when you do, it's like there's no way
No.
that kid inflicted that kind of,
Oh, my favorite part was when the parents did that interview with the detective who was constantly accusing them.
oh, that fucking asshole. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like,
Yeah.
go. And I love how they just sued everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, $750 million. That's
The
awesome.
brother sued, I forgot about that detective. I wanted to punch him in his fucking face.
Yeah.
You sit there and talk to some parents like that lost a child.
Mm-hmm.
And then that asshole, he would not come on this documentary. And it's like, well, if you want to stand by what you said and you really believe in it, then get your coward ass up there and get on this Netflix documentary. But he wouldn't do it because I think he knows he was fucking wrong.
And the girl detective too, who was like, I looked in his eyes. I know who did it.
Oh yeah,
shut up.
When you watch it, because Reed said he's gonna watch it now. But
Yes.
speaking of that one, when you watch her speak, she had a fucking grin on her face the whole time. This stupid fucking smirk, like she just loved being on TV when they were interviewing her about it. I think that's all that was about. This bitch couldn't wait to get on primetime television, because I think that interview was from like an NBC show or something. It was one of them big stations, and I remember thinking that I was like, "Why are you grinning like a fucking asshole when you're talking?"
Her eyes were this
she's-
freaking big.
Yeah, and she's got this stupid fucking smirk on her face.
Ugh.
And she's talking, and I'm like, that's how you act when you're talking about, you think a parent slaughtered their fucking child and you're grinning the entire time. I think
Yeah.
she just wanted TV time. You know what I mean? That bitch knows she didn't get that vibe from that man.
Yeah.
Next time I'm passing by, I'll check and tell you my opinion. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Check it out, man, and see it. And see, Justin, what you said, you was watching a different documentary.
I was on Peacock.
Oh,
documentary.
What is it?
It's the Girls Gone Wild documentary.
What is
And
that?
I'm dead serious too. It's Girls Gone Wild, the untold story, and it's about the creator of it and just the fucked up shit that they did to
What is that?
to get these young girls to get on the Girls Gone Wild party buses and shit.
You don't remember the Girls Gone Wild, Kristen?
About to find out.
It was late night
I'll pull it up.
TV commercials and
Yeah,
Was
I
it
mean,
weird?
well, it was
Am I gonna be grossed out?
no. No, it was just for its time. It was. I'm gonna pull it up. I just want to make sure we we're gonna pull up no crazy photos before I put it on here. And
safe search.
Peacock is objectively a funny word.
Yeah, it is. It's like Asian.
Like, oh shit! All right. So, Girls Gone Wild, Kristen. It was a series of videos that was made by this guy here. I don't know if you can see the one I'm highlighting.
Yeah.
All right. Well, he basically went around. He would go to places like the French Quarter during Mardi Gras, and he would, get these girls to do, crazy things on film where they were making out with each other or showing their boobs. I mean, for the time back then, it was very like, oh my God, now it's what every girl does on TikTok nowadays. But back then, it was like, holy shit, he's got these hot girls, kissing each other and yada yada yada. Well, apparently, there was a lot of shit that I'm sure Justin could tell you more than me, right? As far as that goes with this documentary, but
yeah. I think, well, the biggest thing, come to find out, is a lot of the hot girls were like 15.
Shit. Yeah, well, that
Yeah.
makes a difference.
in the beginning, it was there were a lot because they didn't check IDs in the beginning. They were just out there filming spring break, and these girls are drinking and shit, and they're just like, oh, they're of age, da da da, whatever. So they didn't check any IDs. Well, these girls are coming back, and years later, and like, yeah, I was 16 in that video right there, da da da. So they were suing the production company to get taken off and shit. And eventually, they did get hooked up with a better, I guess, I don't know what they call it in the movies, but like a record deal label. What would that be in movie terms?
Oh, like not a production team,
Like
but
a distribution company.
okay. You talking about the
An
girls
agency?
Yes, they got hooked up with a better distribution company and shit, and lawyers, which then they started making their cameramen check IDs before
Oh.
any of
but
the
damage
shoots.
is already done though with some of them.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
So if you ever watch it, you'll find out he was kind of he was taunting Florida, and like they told him basically don't come back, and he was like, watch this, and he came right back. So they were like, nah, we're gonna get your fucking ass. And a lot of it was because they were showing titties in the street after the underage shit.
Yeah, showing titty. Did it say that on the court documents?
Pretty
Just-
much.
Go to
Showing titty-
Bourbon.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. They do that every day on Bourbon Street. No.
So, and yeah, basically I'm at the point where he just got better lawyers, and they're making sure that they check IDs on camera before they film anything crazy and shit. And, yeah.
I gotta grab my charger. 1 second.
Yeah, go ahead. So I remember that. So what made that company though? Didn't he like go out? I thought he got sued and shit, and like, or maybe I'm thinking about the other one where the dude
He
was
did.
doing bum fights. Remember the bum fights
He
video?
may have gotten sued too, but
Yeah.
Girls Gone Wild, dude, he did get sued, but,
Reed,
So-
Reed, you have to call in with all that Canada talk, man. I got a million questions about Canada.
Canada.
Damn.
It was like, so the first two Girls Gone Wild DVDs, there were a lot of them. You know what I mean? The first two of them, I think the second one, there was a 16-year-old on the beach that showed her boobs. And after, she saw it on TV, it was going through her school and shit. Well, she sued to get removed from the DVD, from the footage.
I got
So
you.
that was the big underage scandal, but they got raided at some point and had tons of videos of underage girls.
Yeah.
So they got in some trouble for that and shit. But yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I forgot I remember it was a bunch of bullshit and drama, but I know a lot of it was just related to, activists, for
Yeah.
thinking he was making these women do things, but yeah, I guess
Yes.
the underage shit, that's where it became a big issue. 'Cause they weren't
Aside
forced
from
to
that,
anything.
no, they weren't forcing anybody to do anything. From what I could tell, like aside from that one 16-year-old that was put out there on a DVD,
Right.
a lot of it there's a bunch of women they do interviews with, and a lot of them you could just tell they were 18, 19 and were fucked up and did some shit, and then the next morning they were like, oh fuck.
I got you. They shut that shit down. Like I said, that remind me of the bum fights when, because I think he got in a bunch of shit too that he wound up having to kill that one.
He did. At least he paid him.
But that is true. Huh? Yeah. Have you ever seen? Well, Kristen probably don't remember that either. The bum fights videos.
No.
You used to go and get these homeless people to fight each other or just do crazy like jackass style shit. Now, a lot of them were out of their mind on drugs and shit. So, he got in a lot of shit for taking advantage of these people, because he would give them like $20 to pull their fucking teeth out with pliers. It was one of
That's
the
Rotten
crazy.
teeth.
yes.
Rotten teeth.
Rotten teeth.
Yeah, or you'd have them fighting, and he, like I said, he wound up catching a bunch of shit over that though. And I think they had one of the guys that was one of the bums on there was, on a talk show, and he wound up getting his life together and shit. And he was talking about he was high as fuck the whole time that he was doing that the man was taking advantage of him. He was just
That's
finding
kind of sad.
well,
Well,
it
which-
was. And he was finding these drug addicts and these homeless people to do shit for a few dollars. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I mean, did Jackass not do the same thing with Steve-O in season 1? I mean,
Well, I guess so, but I guess so. You're right. Yeah, MTV did it to the whole Jackass crew.
yeah. What Steve-O said, he got like $1,000 for the whole
Like
first
nothing.
season.
Yeah, nothing at all.
He was just fucked up on whippets.
Ask a Canada question.
Yeah, I told Reed, man, he's got to call in with all this Canada talk. I'm always interested about other places where people live, because all we hear is stories about how things are. So it's interesting when somebody's on here that's from a different, place besides the U.S.
Yeah,
There's a
Canada's crazy. That's like a
Well,
whole
that's-
world away.
Exactly. That's how we feel about it. We only go by what we hear, and you would think Canada's this fucking hellhole that's run by this damn tyrant communist asshole. Now
Yeah.
they say it wasn't always. I remember Rogan was talking about moving there before he moved to Texas until Justin Trudeau, came in charge, which is the idiot that's running the place now, and he's basically a socialist. So he was like, "No, fuck that." Reed said next time. Reed, how old are you, Reed? Just curious. I don't know how old Reed is. Make sure he's not 12.
Things
So-
are goodish.
Goodish.
Hey, you remember when the bum fights dude came out on Dr. Phil dressed like Dr. Phil?
No guns.
Chris is.
How do you protect yourself?
They get
A
high.
toothpick?
They don't fuck with each other. No guns, abortion. 63. Reed, you're gonna have to call at one point. I want to pick your brain. For one, you live a lot longer than any of us, and I'm curious, like I said, to pick your brain a little bit about that country that you're in. What were you saying, Justin?
Just when the bum fights creator come out on Dr. Phil dressed like Dr. Phil.
Oh
It's my favorite video of him. I love it.
Yep, that was hilarious.
He got
Let's
kicked off.
see. What else?
Wait, so I need to know the people who don't have guns. What do you do if somebody breaks into your house
Call the police.
and wait 25
probably
minutes for
don't-
them to get there?
They probably don't have the crime that we do. That's the only thing
Yeah, I
I can
guess that's
think of
true.
in places like that, because in certain areas in the United States, the cops aren't going to be there before you're either dead or assaulted.
Do people have like illegal guns?
I'm telling. Look, this is what we're gonna have to do. Reed's gonna have to call. and we're
Okay,
gonna
yeah, I
have
want to
to
ask no more
all-
questions.
Yeah, we're gonna have to ask all these questions to Reed. We're gonna have a Canadian guest. We're gonna talk to Reed for a little while. Whenever he decides he can call in, we'll give him the studio number, and he can call, and we can all chit chat with him. See that he answered it right. That crime is super low. That's the difference. Somebody like that would change their mind if they lived in fucking Detroit for a month or New Orleans.
Yeah, but I mean, you still have like crazy people all over
Oh, you
the
do.
place. So I couldn't even imagine.
Yeah.
That's
But we're gonna talk,
interesting.
Reed. I really do. I know you're listening, Reed. I really want to talk to you because, for one, your politics are different than ours, so that's always interesting to just, like I said, pick somebody's brains that don't think like you,
Yeah.
and just see what it's about. Because one side thinks the other side's crazy all the time, and it's like we're all kind of want the same thing, we all want just peace and be able to raise our kids and support our families and do our thing, but for some reason we just can't come together. We're always the other side's fucking crazy, and it's like in the end we're pretty much all the same except for the outliers that are just these crazy people on both sides. You know what I mean? I'm learning to get
So
yeah,
I'll just
Reed,
wait.
yeah. seriously, Reed, we're about to start opening up the phone lines here soon. I've got it set up. I just don't broadcast it, but there is a direct line to the show where you can be on air with us bullshitting and talking. So whenever you're ready, you let me know, man. I want love and peace and purpose. Yeah, we all do. That's
Yep.
what I'm saying. It's just some of us go about it different ways. I prefer to have a gun. If somebody doesn't want love and peace, that's coming to my house. But that's just my thinking. So anyway, y'all need to break the anger cycle. Yep. We're going to talk about it all, Reed, when you decide you want to call in, because you're right. You got some good points there. Justin, what else has happened in the crazy world of planet Earth?
I don't know.
Sounds fun.
I don't know. Nothing.
We ought to start like a real news show. We could just, I don't know.
Breaking news. Today, nothing happened.
Nothing happened.
Ooh, do you think the Menendez brothers should be in jail?
Bro, that is, I'm almost finished with that documentary.
Oh.
And I tell you, no, but I can, from what I'm seeing right now, for one, I want to compliment it, how they did that documentary, because from what I'm gathering, it's almost like they're showing everybody's point of view on this documentary. It's weird how they're doing it. 1 minute they got you hating like the father, and then they do one where it's kind of dedicated to the father, so you kind of see why he's so rough on the kids because of where he came from. But then you start hearing their side of what he supposedly did to the kids, and it's like, oh geez, I mean, your fucking emotions are everywhere. It's a very good documentary. As far as if they're guilty right now, where I'm at in the documentary, I am leaning. Well, I know they're guilty of killing them, but as far as if they're justified in it, I am leaning towards yes right now. But I haven't watched it all, But
I
it's
think
because they tug at your emotions, because 1 minute you start thinking, well, fuck, if the father did that shit to them kids, he needed to die years ago. But if he didn't,
I don't know if I should say this because I don't know how
yeah,
far
I don't
you've
want any
gotten.
spoilers, but
Well, they don't say it in the show or the movie, what I'm about to say. It's out on the internet.
okay.
So basically, the family
Bye, Reed.
members.
Hold on. Reed,
Oh.
get on next time, brother. You know when we're on. Just set your notifications and be ready to call in. I want to talk to you. You have a good night, brother. But anyway, go ahead, Kristen.
Basically, did you get to the part where like they were going to have a trial and then they did like a mistrial or something and then had another one without the jury, I think?
No.
Okay, well that happened. Well, basically a bunch of like evidence.
Yeah.
A bunch of evidence was like blocked from being presented like for
Okay.
the second trial, and family members and stuff are coming out now with evidence showing that when the boys were younger, they were telling people about the abuse that was happening to them.
Sure.
And they had like letters and stuff that were written to like other family members and everything, and they wouldn't allow that in court.
Damn.
So now the like new DA, I think over there, they're supposed to be looking into it next month or something like that to see if they can get like time served.
I did see that they were talking about, basically retrying them or whatever, and then just giving them that time served. And I guess that's why, because of the reasons you just pointed out. But I think that's what kind of stoked all this interest again in that case, because that case is so old, But when you watch that documentary, it's like, oh my fucking God, man. It is like it's got you all over the place,
Yeah.
And you if anything of what these boys are saying is true, they're horrible. But at the same time, they could be two manipulative little fucks, especially that older one, that little spoiled motherfucker that was going bald and didn't want anybody to know,
Yeah. I mean, my thing is, though, if it were two sisters,
yeah,
they would not be in jail. I know they wouldn't.
Probably right, because they would have taken. But see, the problem is kind of, at least where I'm at in the documentary so far, is that wasn't one of the first things they said. You know what I mean? They didn't come out and tell their psychiatrist, well, we killed them because of this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's where they really fucked up, is because that molestation shit didn't come out until down the line once they were already in jail.
Mm-hmm.
When that should have been one of the first things that they told that psychiatrist when he started admitting what was going on. Not this, that, you know, his dad was rough and blah, 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 but he was fucking me and my brother. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I
That would
see
have been one
that,
of
but
the
I
first.
also
Well,
like
that's just
know
why it looks
people.
bad on him.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. I don't think they should be in there.
no, unless they did it, I guess, for no reason, just because they were afraid. Because if it's true what they're showing in the documentary, he threatened to take them out of his will. You know what I mean? So that also plays a role in it. Were they concerned about that? You know, were they that spoiled that they were like, "Oh, fuck this"? You know, I mean, there's a lot of
Yeah, I could see. Yeah.
questions to be answered, and I mean, the crazier shit has happened, but
Mhm.
apparently he was a little rough on them for sure, as far as being a disciplinary and expecting so much out of these boys. Now, all of this, you know, sexual shit, I don't know. I mean, the man's dead, so the only proof you have are the two brothers that are sitting in fucking prison trying to get out, telling you that
But
he
they're
did.
saying that there is proof of like letters that one of the brothers had written his cousin
Oh,
when
okay.
he was
Prior.
younger, like telling them like my dad is doing this.
Well, I mean, and if that's the case, I mean, it's still accusations because there's no way to prove it now, but at least
Yeah.
it gives them some sort of credibility towards that story now. I just think, like I said, they fucked up by in the very beginning not saying that. So it makes
Yeah.
it look like you're making this up now, and they may not be, you know what I mean? But it sure does make it look like it when you decide to not let that small little fucking detail out, that's why you killed your
Yeah.
parent. It's crazy, man. I can't wait. I'm gonna continue watching it tonight. It's been a good show, but you know, I'm waiting to see how it all plays out in court and in real life, because that's another thing. I mean, it's a movie, so you know, Hollywood or Netflix is putting their spin on it, so you don't
Mhm.
know who they're biased towards, whoever was making this too. You know what I mean? So they can present it to you a certain way. And I will say, I got to give them credit. Is right now it doesn't seem like they were biased either way, because they've
Mm.
portrayed the boys as being little assholes, and they've portrayed the dad and the mom as being pieces of shit. So
Yeah.
I mean, it's like this doesn't look like they're playing favors. I will give them that, but you know, we'll
I think
see.
Netflix does good on their documentaries.
Yeah, yeah, they do. I will say, so far, I haven't really seen. I mean, they have some that are biased, but you know it going into it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they do allow different voices on their platform. I got to give it to them. You know, I mean, they just with the comedy alone, you know, they allow these comedians that are, you know, pro Trump, pro right, or whatever. They let them have a special just as much as they do the ones that lean the other way. So they've always been good for that. I got to give it to them. You know, there's some of the shit on Netflix that I don't think needs to be on there. Sometimes they catch some shit. Like, what was that movie with them young girls that were dancing and shit that everybody threw a fucking fit over? You don't remember that? It was like kids.
It was like cuties or some shit like
Yeah,
that.
cuties. You don't remember that,
Dancing.
Kristen? I don't know. I'm surprised.
Was
you
it
don't
like the cheerleaders?
Weren't they like pageants or something like that?
Yeah, but they were just, you know, supposedly they were all up in it, you know, doing this just sexually provocative, you know, dances and shit. But it was young children.
It was
You know,
it was they were doing the same thing as like homegirl that well, she had the pig heart in South Park.
Huh.
Did you just say the
What?
pig? Are you
The
talking about
pig
Honey Boo
heart.
Boo?
Honey Boo Boo, yeah. Gonna give me a pig heart.
It's sort of, but yeah, these were more like.
I don't remember
see.
that.
Well, let's watch it. You can. Hell. Let me see. Let me pull it up for you.
What is that word?
Where?
Cuties.
This? I don't know what the hell that says.
Mignones?
On va danser au concours.
Oh, I'm on the wrong. But either way, this is the movie. So it's a group of girls. They get into this dance contest shit. But what people didn't like, let's see if we can. No, it don't even show much of them. That you see how that little snippet that they show of them dancing on stage? in their little skimpy outfits and all. Well, that's what people were throwing a fit about, is that they were kind of glorifying or sexualizing these children.
Yeah,
on
I was
that.
gonna say they look 10 wearing crop tops.
Right. So a lot of people threw a fit that Netflix had that on their platform, that they allowed it. But, it was kind of like Netflix was saying that we're not going to pick and choose. I mean, of course, they're not going to let, porn with kids in on. But I mean, as
Yeah.
far as that, it was kind of on the line. It pissed off a lot of conservatives, but, people on the left were like, whatever, let kids do what they're doing. So
No.
Netflix, yeah, we'll leave it. So I don't know. Like I said, in their defense, they do allow both sides, to have their shows on there, so I'll give them that at least. But so you don't think it was appropriate?
No. Because why are they like naked? Even just stupid.
Even
yeah.
yeah, right. I'm with you. I would have never watched it. You know what I mean? I don't know who was watching that besides maybe kids or some sick pedos, but I'm with you. Like, it was probably inappropriate, but that was back when everybody's trying to buck the system, and whoever made that movie was trying to push the envelope and just kind of skirt the line of being appropriate and not trying to cause a ruckus. And they did. You know what I mean? The name of the movie was everywhere. Everybody was talking about it for a while. So, I think it was purposely thrown out there to try to push buttons, because you can't make that kind of movie and then watch it back and not think, well, maybe this is kind of,
Yeah.
we shouldn't be doing this. I mean, you had to think it, but who knows? The person that made it may be a fucking weirdo freak, so there's no telling. But anyway, that's the backstory to that movie. So,
Yeah.
but all right, well, that's
Yeah.
about it. It is 9:00, at least over by us. It is. So we're gonna get off of here. Yep.
Real quick,
Go ahead.
the Onion is buying Infowars.
I don't think so. I think that was a like where are you reading that at? Because I did hear
AP.
that, but I don't think it was.
It's
I
on
thought
the AP.
Yeah, I saw something about it, but then I seen them. I don't know. It didn't really read much into it, but I did see that headline a few days ago.
So they were the highest bidder in his bankruptcy suit.
Yeah, I don't know. You ever watched anything on The Onion? Have you ever seen it?
Yeah.
It used to
Yes,
be
I
like
have.
years ago. I used to sit and you could get on their website and watch a bunch of their parody videos, and it was fucking hilarious. And then they just went hardcore, just left.
Did
when
they?
Trump all got involved. Yeah, they got super super woke. Which I guess they always were, but they just kind of really showed it once Trump ran the first time. And like I said, I used to be a fan, and then I kind of went on to the Babylon Bee. Them motherfuckers are hilarious. But I guess
Yeah, I just remember the old Onion. I haven't seen it.
Oh, it was cool, man. It was fun. And look, and it may have been kind of leaning that way back then. I just wasn't so much into the politics, so I didn't really give a shit. Now it's like you notice everything now,
Yeah,
pay attention to this shit, and it's like everything's got a fucking bias to it,
everything.
Crazy. I was Googling cuties. It pulls up them oranges.
Yeah.
Those are
That's
good.
not what they made the movie about. Anyway. All right, let's wrap it up. B.S.ing with the guys. We will be back on in about a week or so.
Yeah.
Y'all be